ruined the conversation.
World
Before,
economics.
yeah, before you got here, they were talking about how crummy my microphone sounds again this week.
Yes.
It's the same topic every week. It's basically, I feel like I'm dragging this show down. I feel like you guys would be
Taking it
better
down.
off without me.
No, John. Don't say that.
Well,
We wouldn't have a show if it wasn't for you.
We need somebody to complain about. It's a very important role.
Oh yeah, somebody's got to be the target.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to go to prison, Mr. Gates.
now we're talking about something entirely different than what I was talking about.
I have a big green square on my phone that says sound check. Is that normal?
Yep,
Yes, sir.
we are sound checking, but now we're live, so the people who are watching can hear this part, and then we're going to play our theme song, and then I'm going to take you backstage for a minute so that they can introduce you properly.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. So we're not going to officially introduce you yet. We're just going to let people listen to your voice and go,
but until
"Who
then,
is that?"
everyone in the comments can refer to him as the great and powerful Oz. Go.
Ooh.
I like it.
Oh,
Somebody in the comments is talking about a birthday prank. Had that happened before?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, that couldn't be what they were talking about. They didn't hear that. I suggested it's possible that your name pronunciation has been a very long prank since the day of your birth.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And
Except that
really is one.
I'm named after my father.
A really,
So
really
you
long
would've either
prank.
kept it going yet.
that makes it even better. It's
I don't know what they're...
multi-generational prank.
They're talking about the fact that today is my birthday, I think.
It's
Aw.
Amanda's birthday.
It is.
It was 35 years ago today.
Do you have a birthday twin in the audience? Do you know if we have one?
I don't know. I can't remember. I know that Sherry shares a birthday with my son, which is September 12, and I know that we have a lot of November birthdays in my family, but none of them other than mine are on the 27th. So let me know if you know somebody else who's 11/27.
35 years ago, we sliced open my wife and pulled out the peaches.
And we're going to start the theme
Beautiful.
song.
What a great time.
We're not going to
I'll
let
never
that
forget
go
that
any
day.
longer.
You sit here, Mr. Brandon, and whatever you do not look over this curtain.
I'll never forget the day they took a knife to my wife's belly.
Gather around, children, and hear the time that they ripped you from your mother's womb.
Kicking and screaming.
Oh, the blood. The blood.
So much.
Sign up if you dare, starring comics everywhere. Coming out of quarantine, so catch the dig the scene. Take a seat, gonna grab a snack, gonna kill the room, gonna talk some smack. Cutting it down like a lumberjack, come take a ride in my Cadillac. Kicking it live on the radio, everybody got a right to know. This ain't my first rodeo. Hit the spotlight, here we go. Are you ready for the show?
I got hiccups this week.
Now you're ready for the show.
Okay, I was wondering who's
Hang on.
You
Do
ready for
it.
the show?
Keep going.
Go,
It's my internet.
Theme song.
It's your internet? I thought it was me.
It's the. This is the.
All right, I'm
this
going
is
to take the
theme-
great and powerful Oz backstage.
Okay.
That is a shame. that
Sorry
we're-
about the snacks.
Our theme song is really cool. If this is the first time
Live,
you've
so
ever
be
heard our
our
show,
guest. Everybody gonna be so blessed. Hoping you
This
guys
is,
gonna be impressed. Ain't no time to be depressed. Are you ready for the best?
welcome to SCQS, everybody. Goodness gracious. There's John Thomas Oakes. There's Juan DeVivo, who's going to be with us for a period of time. Do you have to
No,
leave?
I'll be here
before
the
that
whole
goes
time.
on? Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how much of the Afford party I'll be in.
Okay.
That's
All
the
right.
question.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us. If you're listening, thanks for being here live. If you're watching the recording, thanks for doing that too. To a lesser extent, but we're still happy that you're watching the recorded version. We have a really big show tonight.
How big is it, John? I've been waiting to ask this all week.
Well, as I was announcing how big the show is, it occurred to me that I haven't shared the thing. So I will do that right now. But I'm glad you
So
asked.
the
JT.
show is of some size. Oh, here we go.
The show is of some size, and if this
4 not mentioned.
if this woolly mastodon is representative of a typical show, tonight's show looks a little something like this.
What? What?
Holy crab!
Goodness. That's
Mhm.
huge.
Yeah. So
It's
you
just
can
a
see.
fiddler crab, though, but it's still an extremely large fiddler crab.
Yeah.
Is that a
He
fiddler
dwarfs
crab?
that mastodon.
I don't.
Positively dwarfs him.
I didn't realize it was a
arachnids.
thing of things. So so you don't want to miss a moment of it. We have a special guest tonight, and all of our guests are special, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty
Absolutely.
much. But this is we have a guest tonight who we were really happy to get because he's in big demand and he doesn't make time for unimportant things. So it gives you some idea of the significance of our show.
Well, you had
tonight.
to show him the picture of the giant crab before you're like, look how
We're gonna
big the
bring him
show's
out.
going to be.
Yeah.
And I can tell by the face he's making that he expects that he's going to be on here in a second. But before we bring out, he's making faces because he thought we were going to bring him out. We got to give a shout out to our clickers.
Clickers are great. They're super amazingly great.
Oh, yeah.
Athletic and fun and super smart. Their beautiful faces a work of art. Clickers are great. They're fabulous, gorgeous, and great. Without them, we'd be destitute and drifting into the abyss. Lovely clickers, we blow you a kiss. Clickers are so classy, they're the opposite of tawdry. Like Matthew, Eric, Sherry, Brenda, Kathy, Roy, and Audrey.
Okay. We love all of our clickers every single week, but this week, in no particular order of importance, we're giving special recognition to
Stefan Peter
and
Matthew Cross.
If you would like to become a clicker yourself, if you're seeing the celebration and the ovation that they get every single week, and you're thinking to yourself, I would love to get some of that attention for myself. It's one of the easiest things you'll ever do in your life. You can either fall off the high end of a teeter-totter, that's easier, or you can go to johnbrandon.com, and I'm trying to stall. There we go, so that it pops up on the screen, johnbrandon.com. You can join the party, sign up to become a clicker. It supports the show. It's pennies, literally pennies a day to give us the fundage that we need to produce this high quality entertainment. Also, you get to join us at the Affirm party, which is where the cool kids hang out. You know, and you're looking at this show and you're looking at the people in the audience and you're going, wow, this seems pretty cool. And they are, but the uber cool kids hang out at the Affirm party. And all of that is available to you at johnbrandy.com. All right. So thank you to our clickers. Now, tonight, our special guest is backstage. He's ready to go. I'm going to let John Thomas Oakes introduce him.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome my friend and yours, Mr. Tim Jones.
Yeah.
Tim Jones, ladies
Tim
and gentlemen.
Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Tim and I actually have done shows together.
Yeah.
And I had to remind you of that because
Again, talk therapy took a lot out. They were indiscriminate as to what memory.
yeah, a lot of people doing a show with John Brandon is a highlight for them. Tim couldn't remember it. It was a number of years ago. Yeah.
They make a joke.
So what we do, Tim,
Mhm.
around these parts,
Yeah, what
when
do you do?
What is it that I don't even really know?
well, I'll bring Juwan up to speed as well.
Oh.
What we do around here when we have people come on for the first time is we play a little game that we like to call Affirm or Deny. And
Okay.
so we will ask you a series of questions.
Yes.
We'll take turns asking these questions,
Okay.
and then you will either affirm or deny the statements that we make. So they're not really questions. Some of them are questions. Anyway, you'll see how this goes.
All right.
So I will go ahead and go first.
Okay.
So affirm or deny, Tim Jones. Popsicles are inferior to fudge bars.
Well, you could go a number of routes on that. I'm gonna have to break this down if you don't mind, because
Again, it's called affirm or deny.
Yeah, and it's not a debate either. Your answer is going to be the answer.
quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, that's ageism. No, I was going to talk and then you shut.
Oh.
So I personally do not like fudgicles, so therefore I don't like the taste of chocolate. So popsicles, affirm. Wait,
affirm.
what was your statement? Was they were superior?
Popsicles are inferior to fudge bars. So you would deny.
Deny that.
Okay. All right. JT, do you have a question?
I do. Tim, affirm or deny?
Yep.
In Aristotle's Categories and De Interpretatione, he partitions indicative mood declarative sentences into two categories.
Sure.
Affirm or deny?
Scholars still debate that point because they don't incorporate the aorist, which only exists in the Greek. But I think the aorist would include the conventional breakdown. So I'm old school on that. Call me old. I'm like OG when it comes to Aristotelian philosophy. I'm the Aristotle OG.
So you affirm?
Yeah.
Excellent.
I forgot what we're talking about, but yeah, sure. I lost myself somewhere in the middle of my
All right.
abandoned bus stop. Anyway, go ahead.
Do you have a thing that you want him to affirm or deny, Juwan?
I can if you so affirm or deny. People who do not like the taste of chocolate have trouble with interpersonal relationships.
Yeah, my cellmate used to ask me that. I did snap and kill, but it's a sad topic. I don't think that can really go. How can it?
That's
Fairness. Come on.
the law can't touch you here. So
I know. This is not being broadcast, is it?
No.
Oh, live, you mean?
That's what I meant. Yeah. Oh dear. Can we edit that? Okay.
All right. JT, do you have another one?
I do. Affirm or deny, Tim?
Yes.
The Riesel retraction document was actually signed by Roman Roque, the man who also forged the signature of Urbano Lacuna, which was used to capture Aguinaldo.
Absolutely not. Ryan.
No?
Boom.
Really?
Ryan's Seacrest. Yes. That is a very, what you're enunciating there is a very common urban legend, but absolutely not Ryan Seacrest all the way. Hundo P, dog. Hundo P.
Okay, so that's a deny.
Cool youth.
Got it.
No, I'm 103.
Okay.
All right. I've got one.
Yeah.
Affirm or deny. When you stay at the Oaks house, you shower every day.
Deny. They take a dim view of such water waste. Apparently, you spin a roulette wheel once a week. Name with the luck.
All right. That's a deny. JT, go ahead.
Okay.
JT.
Tim, affirm or deny? One can embrace meta-ethical theological voluntarism while being a moral skeptic.
Well, now are you accounting for the El Nino though?
Always.
Rose-
Yeah, El Nino
Rose-
is like a constant.
What's that?
El Nino is a constant
Okay.
in this variable.
All right, then assuming Y2K, that thing's still coming. So
Yeah.
that's going to throw us all off. It just is a delayed thing. We were all worried about the year 2000, but it's coming. It's coming, my friends.
Right.
It's coming.
Kind of like the bicentennial.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why aren't people talking about the bicentennial? It was such an exciting year.
I had a T-shirt, Spirit of '76.
Yeah, you did.
Mhm.
I say that.
Yep. Okay.
All right, we've got time for a couple more.
Great.
If anybody in the crowd would like to ask an affirm or deny, our producer will scour those comments for that. Juwan, do you have it going?
Yeah, mine's not as smart as JT's, so I don't know if I can ask it now. But well, I'll go ahead. Affirm or deny, all mild cheeses are basically the same. Doesn't matter what the name is; they're just the same cheese.
Are you saying
Gouda, Fontina, provolone, mozzarella—they're all the same.
cheese? If I may elaborate a bit on this, I'm fascinated by the whole cheese industry. Despite the different varieties, because it's basically a whole industry based on mistakes. I mean, when you mess up something, cheese is formed. You know what I'm saying? First of all, hats off to those brave pioneers who first decided that white stuff oozing out of a different animal might be. So we don't think about those guys. Then they said, let's take some of this white substance and leave it sitting out in the sun for 2 weeks, and then you're on a crack. That is some gastronomic bravery, is what that is. So every time there's a new mistake at the cheese factory, there's just a new brand of cheese. Like, hey, we got holes in this one. Oh, Swiss. When we dumped a crap load of salt in this one. Oh, fine. No problem. I actually left my feet in this overnight. No problem. You can't mess it up. I'm waiting for used Band-Aid.
Put it on the sandwich.
Because you cannot. I want to be in the dairy industry. You can't make it. Every mistake is a new brand. So I seem to have lost track of what the question was, but it was something.
No, I think we got it.
So,
I think we got it.
Affirm.
That would be an affirm. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay.
got what we need.
That's a
Yeah.
solid affirm.
Okay.
Yep. hmm
I don't know if I'm game correctly here.
No, this is not a game. This is a very serious part of the program, and you supply us with all the answers.
Well, I'm considered the oracle in my neighborhood.
All right, Tim. This one.
I only go ahead.
This one is maybe kind of out there. Affirm or deny, you were once known as Mr. Brenda of the Tundra in a club called the Rowdy Guys.
I have never been prouder of any title in my life. I'm including father and grandfather. But my crowning moment, the shining, I get misty. When I think with nostalgia and that short period of my life when I was Mr. Brenda of the
Tundra.
Yes. Well, no, Mr. Brenda of the pasture land. What is that? Who would want that title? Mr. Brenda of the Tundra specifically. Yes, I was. Can we talk about is the statute of limitations up?
Mm-hmm.
Talk about it.
The government put like a 30-year, one of those 30-year locks on information about it. So we weren't, but I think I've been declassified now. We can talk about Rowdy Guys.
Oh, yeah. Trump declassified it.
Yeah. I'll just say
There you go.
the huge sweeping changes of the 1990s were initiated by the Rowdy Guys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to tell too much, John. I don't know what I'm allowed to tell, but
It's good.
Well,
It's good. It's good.
We
all
can
good.
save the juicier stuff for the after party.
yeah.
Right.
All right, JT, you got one.
I have one
final
more. Affirm or deny, Tim.
Yes.
Flatulence can be ignited with flame.
That as I have my own research and development lab, and I don't like to brag, but yeah. And so it was an urban legend, heard tale of guys that came to art. So we actually we workshopped this, and we found, first of all, to be maximum, we call this at maximum strength is the insider. And Max S, we say. A bean burrito, Taco Bell bean burrito, 4 hours before performance. And then, yes, you hold a lighter. There's an art form to it. You don't want to go down to the Bears. No. Because too many things will... I won't get too graphic. So you want to get down to like tidy whities, and then there's a position, maximum position, and then you hold the lighter in a certain fashion. Can I burst in here with an amusing anecdote on this story?
Yeah.
John, I don't think I've ever told you this, John Thomas. So yeah, John Thomas and I were in on some of this workshopping for the sake of
That's how Patrick Fireman started.
So I was an improv troupe in Louisville, Kentucky, and we were performing. It was a GE corporate crowd. This is some big party, and so we were backstage. And this is all complete. I've thrown a lot of drivel in with my, but this is actual story. So they were saying, "Is that really true?" I said, "Yes, it's really. You can actually light farts. You know, we wanted to spur each other's intellectual brain cells before the show. We would talk about it. So I started to tell them, no, seriously. And it's so weird. There's this maximum position. So I got on my back. I think I may have. This doesn't quite make sense, but it seemed like I may have unbuckled my. So they're looking down at me in complete amusement. I'm saying, you have to get in this position. My feet are up in the air, and I'm like, and then I'm pretending like I had a lighter. This is how you do it. And one of the GE executives comes walking back because it was the hallway, and they're all looking down at me, laughing. And all of a sudden, I look up, and they're in a panic. I'm like, I whip her up. Judge, no, this is not what you think. Then, any lifestyle you prefer. Suddenly, he breaks into uber politically correct mode, and like, dude, I'm telling you, I was explaining to them something stupid. No, it's fine. He wouldn't let me even talk because he was too busy. No, whatever you choose, man. whatever gets you through the night. He just kept them. Yeah. So I even found him after the show. I said, look, one more time, can I please? No, I don't judge. I don't judge. So that's all trying to reproduce the position, the Mac S position.
Oh, that's great.
So how many shows did you guys do for GE? Just the
Not
one?
more that night.
That's great.
We did not do any. Anyway.
Corporate gigs.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that's been happening around here, those of you who have been following us for this entire year, is that John Thomas Oakes has been dutifully and ceremoniously and religiously producing brand new songs every single week.
Wow,
this week is no exception. So, JT,
here we go. Well, I thought we'd kick it off with Christmas today. Since Thanksgiving is behind us, we can officially do a Christmas song. And this is one that my dad and I put together last week. So Tommy Oakes was my co-lyricist on this one. Here we go. So gather up with your loved ones around the fire. Here we go. Just listen to those winter winds. They're saying we could meet our friends for sledding, skis, a snowball fight. That's something we could do tonight. Or we could simply stay right here. We've seen our friends enough this year. Let's pull the blinds and lock the door and listen to that fireplace roar. Every cloud in the sky is snowing. Every log on the fire is glowing. Your hands are cold and your cheeks are rosy. Wouldn't you like to get comfy, cozy? The music's mellow and the crooner's crooning. Sounds like a melody made for spooning. Before our opportunity goes, we better make time for comfy, cozy. Since there's no one here but you and me, may I suggest whatever you're suggesting? I'll agree. Every touch of your hand is thrilling. Every beat of my heart is willing. The scene is set, so I propose we snuggle up tight and comfy cozy. Since there's no one here but me and you, I'm thinking that the things I'm thinking you are thinking too. Mood is right and our hearts are fluttered. The door is locked and the window's shuttered. Ain't no neighbors gonna get nosy. Why don't we get comfy cozy? Comfy cozy. Comfy cozy. Comfy cozy.
Oh.
A
If only Mel
song?
Torme was alive,
Oh.
so I could pitch it to him.
It's very Rogers and Hammerstein of you, Mr.
Oh,
Mr.
thank you,
Oaks.
Juwan. That's a huge compliment. I'm a Rogers and Hammerstein
It is a
nut.
perky musical composition.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Every musical should have one of the perky number.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Is it suggestive?
Yeah, Amanda told me I could probably get in trouble for that because I know that, Baby It's Cold Outside took a lot of flack
Oh.
last year.
Yeah.
I suggested we have a
Yeah.
co-consensual time together.
Right.
If it's all right with you.
Consensually comfy cozy.
Yeah.
It's that part,
That's
the lock
right.
the door part. I can think like a feminist when I try really hard, and I think that's where the problem's going to be.
Yeah.
Pull the
You're
blind,
probably
lock the
right.
door.
Put
Why
my-
is there assumption that it's a girl and guy though? Why can't
Oh, that's
Why you
very
know-
yeah.
binary on us?
Yeah, that's
Woman.
right. That's right.
It could be just a collection of stuffed animals.
It could
Yeah.
be.
Actually,
Or maybe they live in a rough neighborhood and they have to lock the door.
very like
Yeah, that's
That'd be
it.
a good Christmas song.
Well, that's-
Load all
that's-
your weapons and pull the bars across the windows.
right.
Set the alarm.
Who thinks
Turn the
about
tables toward the doors.
make an aluminum hat foil hat for your head.
who seriously thinks like that anyway? Where it's like close the blinds and lock the doors. Who goes, oh, they're trapping somebody in the room?
Oh.
It's all you always assume it's to keep people out and not
It's
to keep people in, right? It's not a song
predatory.
about prison.
Yeah.
It's a
I don't know,
dungeon.
man.
Get comfy, cozy in ourselves for a dungeon. I did start a little fire here too. I don't know. You
Oh, yeah?
You said they had the line about the fire, and so I set some stuff on fire, and it was going pretty well for a few seconds, but then it got a little
Oh.
more than. I thought it would just burn out. I thought if I held it up, it would burn out and just kind of go out, but it didn't. It kept burning, and so I had to crush it out.
like your
during the
your
first-
towering inferno from a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, the tower inferno also got out of control pretty quick. It was
John
supposed to be a control
John
group.
reenacted the towering inferno on a live show 2 weeks ago, Tim. It was spectacular.
That
Yeah.
should be a regular feature. You reproduce like classic movie scenes.
Mm-hmm.
That is, see, Tim should be on this show more often. He already gets us. He already understands.
Oh yeah.
Holding my phone entire time, and it just occurred to me because I am a man of science. I can complete something.
Well, what was great was the seamlessness with which you said John reenacted the Towering Inferno, and Tim just goes, "Oh yeah, that's something that should happen every week on this show." He didn't go, "He what?" He was like, yeah, we should do that.
I'm workshopping it in my head, man. I mean,
Yeah. Well, this week we have a little a Christmas opener. Last week I had prepared some a combination of weird news and Thanksgiving traditions, and we didn't have a chance to get to it last week, Tim, because we were doing our annual battle royale for Thanksgiving food.
Sure.
And so we have Thanksgiving food. I've programmed it in Scribble Knots, and so the food fights with each other. And just out of curiosity, if you were to say pit a deviled egg against green bean casserole, which of those foods do you think would come out as the champion?
Is this a question for me?
Mm-hmm. They already know the answer because we saw it. We witnessed it with our own eyes. But I'm asking.
Well, one of those foods has the power of the Dark Lord behind it, the devil. Do we need to go any further?
So
what was the casserole of the French? French.
Right. So if you're pitting the forces of hell against the forces of France,
Or the
so you would say the deviled egg.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, you would be right. It was the deviled egg.
yes.
Yep. And so this week we're going to get to that news. So I'll add that to the stream. These are weird traditions, and so how this game works is
we net a ham first of all.
That is a ham.
You got to net it. Yeah, we net the ham so we can have it for our.
It is netted. Can you see?
Yeah. That's why we have it on the slideshow now, because it's been prepared properly now.
Yep.
What happened? Not netted. I wonder. What?
I don't know.
Did it escape or?
We could devote a whole show to that question.
We never even figured out what the real purpose was.
Taking notes.
Yep.
Didn't we answer that question last week? Didn't we come
for
up with
turkeys, but not for hams?
Mm-hmm.
But we kind of assumed it transferred.
Was I just at a different show? Because I thought the whole question was about the ham. And,
no, I think. Well, was it turkey? Well, it's because it was getting cured. Oh yeah, you catch a wild ham, and then just the legs. You just hack off the legs and the head, and then you leave it
with the ham net.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
We got it now.
So the first one, I'm going to put some pictures up. You guys know how this works. I'm just saying it for Tim. There'll be a picture of some sort of tradition, and you guys have to figure out from the picture what this tradition is.
Okay.
And
okay.
So here's the first one. Now these are the Thanksgiving traditions, and what it is. So
this is where the president talks to the turkey and finds out how many days of Thanksgiving are left.
Yes.
Does he see his shadow?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the turkey sees his shadow.
Yeah, the turkey sees his shadow. This is a weird. Yeah. You see they're all over.
This is where what it looks like is it looks like good cop bad cop, where the good cop bucks and he says, "You see this turkey? This is what's going to happen to you if you don't give us the information."
Now, why be a really good dedicated trick or treater at someone's? Why you guys have to speedily go to these dark channels?
Right.
Oh yeah.
That's what I thought was the most intriguing about this photograph is the picture of the dead turkey.
Yeah.
And he's laying right in front of the one that's being pardoned. And
look
at
this
the look on Gerald Ford's face. He's like, "I bet you're glad you're not this guy."
Well, he's dead. So karma.
You know who this is? You know who this is, Johnny? This is your cousin.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that one was pretty easy.
Okay.
How about this one?
What? What? Hold on. Let me get it together.
Is this curling with turkeys?
Well, it's like when instead of catching a greased pig, you got to catch the greased frozen turkey.
Oh,
and on that tile floor, that is tricky.
Okay.
It's tricky business. And then the one guy you have to like do a flying tackle, and then it usually just shoots across the floor.
Now, if I portmanteau, bros, portmanteau. So this is hockey with turkey, right? Anyone want to finish that loop?
What's that?
It's hockey with turkey, isn't it?
Hockey with turkey.
Turkey
So
hockey.
with
call it
turkey.
trockey.
You could.
Yeah, well, there's been a couple of right answers.
The genius tumbles out of me. I don't know why people aren't seeing it like that.
Yeah, everybody who said turkey bowling is correct. The way I cropped this picture, I cropped the pins out of the picture because I thought that would make it a little too easy.
Oh, they use real pins?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they use real pins.
Like
I've never seen this.
Like I would use like cartons of half and half or something, or sour cream.
Yeah,
Imagine hitting that with a frozen turkey. That'd be awesome.
that would be
One
dramatic.
thing could be like dead turkeys, and then you could have various dead animals. You could have a dead, I don't know, dead muskrat.
Yeah.
You know,
I thought maybe 10
Right.
bottles of vegetable oil at one end.
Oh, right.
oh wow,
Then once it's coated, throw it straight in the fire.
There you go.
turkey.
Mhm.
Like that.
It's like or basters. You stand up the basters and slide them in there.
Yeah.
But if this is just bowling, that guy is in a very aggressive. He is
For real.
He is flying.
For real.
I was hoping that somebody would make a comment on that guy's bowling technique. Look at his. There's absolutely no way that he stays on his feet after delivering that
No.
shot.
That turkey's going out the door, out the front window.
I seriously considered the possibility that he was an amputee when I was.
Dang.
I'm not
that
trying to
I always, Tim's always.
possibility.
Yeah, you're always thinking about the other guy.
That would be a
You're
whole nother amputee turkey bowling.
So
Turkey bowling.
that reminds me of a story. Can I tell a story from last Thanksgiving?
Oh,
Of course it does.
Okay,
Yeah,
Of
so
course that reminds you of a story.
I've got a guy in town here I went to school with. He plays upright bass. His name's Alan Smith, and he had some friends and family come in from out of state for last Thanksgiving. And just a few blocks from his house is this Kroger, and it's in a really bad part of town, and so it has different names. Some people call it the Third World Kroger. Some people call it the Fellini Kroger. I mean, there's all these different names for this Kroger, and it's just bizarre. It's like a cultural experience every time you go in this Kroger. So they ran out of something, or they didn't have sour cream, and they needed some. And so one of Alan's cousins said, "Well, I'll go get some sour cream. Where's the closest grocery store?" And he said, "Well, there's a Kroger a couple blocks away." And he said, "But fair warning, it's a little strange there." So she said, "Okay." So she went. She was gone for about 15 minutes. She called him from the store, and she said, "Alan, I know this sounds terrible, but I haven't seen a single person in this store who isn't an amputee."
hasn't lost something of some sort.
Maybe a half off sale.
Oh,
I'm not
Next time
sure.
you're in town, John, I'll take you to the Fellini Kroger.
I want to.
It's an experience.
what? It's like Death playing chess or something. What?
Yeah, like in Bill and
And then
Ted.
it's funny because is this a Tennessee Kroger? Why are they referencing Fellini in Knoxville? That's another thing that was weird to me.
We think we're more cultured than we actually are.
It's Fellini. It's the Fellini Kroger.
Exactly.
It's positively Dickensian.
Dickensian shade. Where?
All right.
Okay, next slide. Sorry, I went on a rabbit trail there.
No, those are always welcome. Holy cow! It's
Mhm.
a turd crabbin. A craberkey. You just smash a bunch of crabs together in the shape of a turkey.
Does that look like a turkey to you?
Well, it's the beginning stages. That's the first step. Is getting them in a pile. And
You gotta-
what would be
It's in the general shape of a turkey body.
what would be the better name for that? Craberkey or turd crabbin?
I think that's the winner.
Yeah, turd crabbing. I'd vote for that one.
Well, so I guess, are you guys guessing the? So we got crab stack. I see over there.
Well, I mean, if that's not
Which is
it,
a
my
great
second
word.
thing is the latest trend in mail-in Christmas presents.
Um,
It's like,
Yeah.
wow, this is gamey. What did you buy me? What
Have
does
a
it say? Leftover sardines from Amazing Race.
well, here's the thing. That this is a San Francisco phenomenon, as you might imagine, but they basically just substitute crab for turkey, which raises a question in my mind, and that is, can you do that? Can you just substitute whatever food? Because I have suggested on more than one occasion that we should have Mexican food for Thanksgiving, because I'm much more thankful for tacos than I am for turkey.
I'm right there.
But right, but I've been told that that's inappropriate, and the traditional food must be prepared on Thanksgiving.
So this is your this is your campaign for let's have something different for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm not. Turkey is a boring food flavor to me. It's.
Oh,
But we are the minority. I realize that. But I would love to have crab instead of. I made a little bit of
the
ham.
turkey of the sea.
What's that?
This is crab. Hey, Luke said crab, the turkey of the sea.
Yeah.
How much
So
crab would?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, Jessica Simpson can ask. Is it turkey?
So Tim would be with me, right? That you can have tacos or pizza or whatever you are thankful for. You can eat it on Thanksgiving, right?
I agree. We don't even make turkey. We
What
don't.
do you guys
We
make?
haven't made turkey for the past 5 years. This year we made a
I'm
pork
going
roast.
to your house.
Yeah, we made a pork roast this year, and it was awesome.
A pork
Huh.
roast.
Mm-hmm.
I made a little country ham just on the side for me.
That's
So-
good.
Eat the turkey.
A little country ham and a pork
Mhm.
roast. What did you guys have, Juwan?
Turkey.
Yeah, you had a smoked turkey. Your living room was full of smoke, wasn't it, Juwan?
Yeah.
One
Well,
video.
okay. So I'm gonna say a word that's not dirty, but it sounds dirty. There's
Now
a
it
way.
will.
There's a way that you prepare the turkey called spatchcock. So
Hey, easy.
it's YouTube. You can say that on YouTube, right? The thing is, you have to. It's pretty brutal because you have to remove the backbone,
Oh,
and then you just
Yep.
lay it out. You lay it out flat. So you crush the sternum. You remove the backbone. You crush the sternum, and then you bring in all the other turkeys to watch you tenderize it. You strap it to a chair, and then you punch it a few times.
I'm taking notes on this.
But it tastes great. I like it almost as much as when you fry a turkey. It's almost as good.
Strap it to a chair. The reason that I appreciate that is because I actually had a bit about that word. I had a bit about the word spatchcock because it sounds dirty, and that was. And I was doing it in church. I did it like 3 times
Nice.
when I was out on tour with Tim Hawkins, and he said, "Yeah, John, you can't do the spatchcock bit anymore."
But what was the response? Well, what kind of response were you get?
Confusion.
nervous giggles.
Yeah, I would think at church.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So you
But
were
that
doing that. That was you were doing that for you.
Well, I was doing it because precisely what you said. It
Right,
was
yeah.
like there are words that you say that sound dirty, but they're completely innocent. And but it's like, but you say that word, you say, and then you start incorporating that word into language. And it's the point was that whatever word you say, if you say it with the right intonation,
Oh,
it
yeah.
sounds,
If you know what I mean.
Yeah,
that
you
guy
know what
was
I mean.
real. Well, that guy's such a son of a spatchcock. And then it's like, yeah, you can't do that bit anymore.
You start out. Let's just say he needs his radiator fixed. If you know what I mean. I mean, that way. And suddenly, there's many variations on that.
I love
would
that.
say, I hope that's not prison lingo for something. He would drop that in, and it has that same. That's what she said. Impact.
Yeah.
I love that the headliner told you couldn't do. It's like, don't do that bit anymore. That's awesome. That to me is that's a success. That's almost as good as a standing ovation.
Yeah, it is.
The guy after is like, yeah, don't do that anymore.
Yeah, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah, it's like anything. Well, what kind of a day are you having? Well, I'll tell you what, it's like eating crabs for Thanksgiving.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Profanity.
All right. You guys will probably get this one.
Lady, it looks like she's running from hunters. That's right now. That's the look on her face. It's like, why did I dress up for Thanksgiving? Then all of a sudden, I had to walk through the woods to get to my grandma's house.
Yeah, it's the wrong thing to wear in the woods.
And that's when the gunfire started.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. This one is not terribly difficult. Don't overthink this.
We're on thin ice here because this could be someone. This could be a what's that word? This could be someone who identifies as a turkey.
Oh, he's right.
Yeah. What do you call it? No, not
a furry.
Furry, yeah. Furry.
Yeah.
It's a feathery. It's a feathery.
Yeah, it'd be feathery. That's what I was thinking.
There's one of those feathery. You know what I'm saying? I hope that's not prison lingo for something.
You would call her a downy.
A downy.
Yeah, several people are getting this one.
So she came in first in the turkey trot or something, where all the rest of the competitors were 2-year-olds. She did the mile in 20 minutes.
Well, here's the thing. If I understand it correctly, and any of you who have participated in a turkey trot, please feel free to correct me. But it's just a running event. It's a foot race that takes place on Thanksgiving or in the season of Thanksgiving. It isn't necessary to necessarily dress up like a turkey. And so my sense about this is that this is the look on her face is the result of her being halfway through the race and going, oh, I thought this was a costume thing.
Well, because you see the other legs. They're clearly not dressed up or anything. It's just
right. She's the only one in the whole race. I'm picturing thousands of other runners, and she's wearing that turkey costume and going, I thought this was a turkey trot. And they're all like, yeah, that's not what it
could be.
But all right. So I think we're going to get into no, there's one more. This is a Thanksgiving tradition.
What?
It looks like a lemon meringue pie.
The annual eating of the. What's that? Say it, that Tim. I stepped on you.
No, I said it's shaped like a man. It's just like
that pastry's shaped like a gentleman.
It does look kind of like a man, doesn't it? It has an almost humanoid appearance if you look at it in the right angle.
I mean, some people like to lick the chocolate bowl. This guy got into the bread bowl before they started baking it.
This is what happens when you open up the biscuit can. Everybody's afraid.
Mm-hmm.
It was Willy Wonka's Vanilla Factory. You don't hear much. A loop that got into the pipeline.
Yep.
That's very wound up. I will tell you that this is not a national tradition or anything like that. This is a very localized tradition. So,
is this another Indiana thing?
No. I'll give you a hint. This is Florissant, Missouri. So it's in the Midwest.
Missouri.
To a suburb, yeah.
North Technical High School.
A technical high school?
Mm-hmm.
Was this in a chemistry class or something?
Not all the experiments.
Great guess.
Get Mr. Whitaker.
This is the remedial chemistry class that did this. Now the North Technical High School, Florissant, Missouri. Thanksgiving marks their annual pie throwing event where the students get to launch pies at the faculty and administration.
Wow.
So that's the tradition. You launch pies at the teachers in this school.
Fun.
So do you guys want to comment on that, or should we just move
Well,
on?
I will have a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you use the word when you use the word launch, are they able to bring their own devices, like like catapults and or slingshots, or
Cannons.
you make a pie gun? Yeah, that would be pretty nice. And then, like, are the teachers standing still, or is it like the greatest hunt? Or they let the teachers, they give the teachers a head start, like a 10-second head start.
Yeah, they combine the turkey trot and the pie throw into one event.
Hungry would be. They can't all work.
They can't what?
I said they can't all be out of the park. I was.
Your mic's cut.
Any of them were, but yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm just going to drift off into incoherence.
No,
your mic was
cuts
cutting
out.
out there.
Oh,
You
okay.
can't
Yeah.
hear.
I said something incredibly clever, the most clever thing you've ever said, while my mic was cutting out.
Yes.
I can't even reproduce it. It would be disrespectful,
Oh,
religious to even try. But it was the
No, rewind it. It's that kind of show. We give you a
The
second
moment is
chance.
gone.
You get a mulligan.
we'll edit this and we'll fix it in post.
Yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
Do it again. We'll
Yeah.
Yeah, we sure will. we fix so many things in post. All right, I think now we're into the Christmas tradition. So I've got a couple of Christmas traditions. Now this is going to be a video, and so some of you who were
this is the famous Kaga Tio de Nadal.
It is.
I'm very cultured, so
Catalana.
Right, but can you summarize what this tradition is?
It
doesn't directly translate into English.
It kind of does.
It started in the Catalana region of Spain.
Okay.
If you're talking about the same thing.
He's right. He's right.
I think this is the part where the youngest child gets under a blanket and everyone beats him with sticks. Is that
You're on the right track.
is that the right part of this?
Well, Tio would be an uncle, right?
Tio, yes, correct.
So hit the uncle, kill the uncle. Is that how that translates?
Cage the uncle, kill the uncle. You got to catch him first. That's the first part of it.
You're welcome.
Say
Cage the uncle. You're welcome.
Did someone say the Kaga custom? Was that uttered by someone?
I didn't say that.
I thought I heard that.
It looked familiar to me, and also I read the title on the video.
What I was actually referring, this is real life. I mean, I don't know what this is. This is real life too, right? But the Kaga, in Catalana, Spain, they're like very, very distinct. They vote for independence every year. They feel like it's Barcelona. But anyway, their tradition is they make statues. It is the regional industry to make statues of people pooping. This sounds like a joke, but it isn't. It is really, it's called Kaga, which is Spanish for caca, poop, And they do. And in the Christmas time, for every nativity scene, the kids are all excited to go to live nativities because there's always a hidden caca statue. There is a statue of sometimes Jesus. I mean, it could be world leader. It is world leaders. They take there's a picture of Trump squatting and pooping. Queen, again, we've unhooked from comedy. I'm just giving you an actual actual documentary here.
Wow. That's what makes us all equal. Even the greatest person you can think of, we all have that moment.
And that is the philosophy. Yeah, no matter how big you think you are, you still got to squat and poop. It's genius, I think.
Tim is exactly right. Basically,
wow.
Let me read you the bizarre Catalan tradition of cagatio, or defecating log. The locals create a character out of a log, and you can kind of see it down there at the little boy's feet. We'll play the video in a minute so you guys can enjoy it. Create a character out of a log, draw a face on it, and give it a hat. And then that's what it says. And then they spend a fortnight feeding it fruit, nuts, and sweets. On Christmas Eve, the entire family beats the log with sticks and sings a traditional song that translates to, "If you don't poop well, I'll beat you with a stick until the log excretes all of its treats." It's hard to comprehend why this tradition hasn't caught on elsewhere. They also decorate trees, but let me play just a little bit of this so that we will get flagged by Utah. You guys probably can't hear that, can you? Oh, darn it.
Negative.
It's not playing on your screen. I'm sad about that. Okay.
Oh.
I
But
was
anyway,
moving
that
my
little
phone
boy.
around to make it look like it was.
Well, if you could
There's-
picture in your mind that little boy hitting that log with a stick, then you'll have a pretty good idea of what I was going to show you. And then the
That's
candy
pretty
comes out.
meta. That's pretty meta. Feeding a log, pooping out a log making a log.
Yeah.
It is. It's very meta.
You'll log instead of you'll log.
Yo. I caught
All right.
the wordplay.
What?
This is another Yuletide tradition.
Of course. It's the gathering of the mild cheeses, and you have to figure out which one is which.
That's See, once again, the cheese got moldy. What do we? No problem. New kind of cheese.
Limburger.
No.
What happened?
What happened?
Oh no.
What?
You should
Oh, I
share
just
it.
have to-
Something
I
happened to the slideshow.
I just have to restart. Oh no!
Oh, we're back at the beginning.
I can't wait for this show to start.
Wow, this show is huge.
Wait a second. Wait, I can get there.
That's the one.
Oh, there we go.
Not too much.
Here we are. Back,
Very well.
back to the cheese.
If it blanks out again, then you guys can already see it. I mean, what is this tradition? Take
Yeah,
a stab.
It does look a little bit like soap too, Sherry. You're right.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
I don't know. It could be cheese.
Mhm. It could be
Mix cheese and soap together, and then you have to guess at what you're using.
what
I don't
what you're eating. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Either wash the cheese or eat
it's
the
the it's the Korean
Mhm.
tradition of cheese or soap.
Sounds like something they would have done.
Oh,
right.
you got the cheese! Yay!
Don't bend over for the cheese.
It is. You're in the shower scrubbing away. It is taking forever to look up a ladder.
Man, I smell like cheese. What is going on?
It's getting worse.
I shower and I still smell.
Yeah.
And then
Cultured.
and then somebody makes a pizza later, and everybody's foaming at the mouth. It's like,
Yeah.
It's not cheese or soap. I'll tell you.
really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
It is
man,
neither
that's
of those
both
things.
my answers.
That.
Is this? I have a guess. I don't know if this is true or not, but I do have a
Okay.
guess. I've heard of people saving wax from used up candles, and then putting them all in the thing and making a new candle out of it. Is that candle wax?
It is not.
Oh, okay. Bad
Ear
guess.
wax.
I tried.
Did a
Belly
Rich's
button
filming
Hmm.
to you.
Toe jam. You better stop me. I will continue. Smegma.
I haven't seen anybody even attempt to try to. Everybody is distracted by the
Cheese.
cheese soap thing.
Cheese is always a distraction.
This is
Cheese.
Is this
I'll give you a hint. This
a
is
collection.
in Greenland.
Ah,
yeah.
Oh,
tradition.
lutefisk. Is it lutefisk? Is it like the horrible rotting fish that's encased in lime or something?
Jelly.
Mm, you are on the
Oh, is it a
right.
fish?
So it's fish meat. Maybe.
Next time you find yourself complaining about Granny's festive Brussels sprouts, spare a thought for the poor tykes in Greenland. Each Christmas, the youngsters in Greenland have to tuck into matak, which is raw whale skin with a little bit of blubber. So you're looking at a little bit of whale skin and blubber. It's made by wrapping. It's made by wrapping an auk, which is a small Arctic bird, or spatchcock, if you will.
Have you ever spatchcocked an auk?
And they wrap it in seal skin and bury it for several months.
Oh, yeah.
And then eat its decomposed flesh.
The ox decomposed flesh or the blubber.
Right.
All of that.
Well, they put it together. Yeah.
Like a bacon wrapped shrimp.
Right. I don't know how much of it they have to eat, whether they have to eat all of it or they
Scandinavians and rotting meat is not theme.
Well, there's a whole bunch of foods that people bury and leave for months. It's like, do you ever
kimchi?
It's like that's if it's several. Think about it. If you bury something, you have to bury something in August to have it ready by Christmas time or Thanksgiving even. Do you think people are walking around going, "Oh, my whale blubber. I buried that like 7 months ago. I should have marked it."
Well, we're not wasting it. Pull it out and eat it. Yeah. That's why the Vikings went plundering into southern Europe, because we're up here eating rotting fish. You gotta have something better than this.
You think anybody forgets to mark it? Like with a stick or something, or a little flag?
Oh.
Yeah.
I got in the yard. I think it was right by the tree.
Those Vikings, that's why they were so angry.
Yeah, I would be too.
No, there's no question about it.
What have you got to eat around here?
Rotting fish.
It's like life isn't hard enough in Greenland that they're doing this.
I know. I hate you, Grandma.
Yeah, the English are like, why don't you just eat it when you pull it out of the water?
Right.
Brilliant.
Put it over a fire.
We have fire.
Never thought of that.
All right, that's all I have prepared for us, and fortunately, that's all we need. So, Mandy's going to wrap us up and take us home.
All right, tell us in the comments how you think these gentlemen should read the credits tonight. In the meantime, I'm going to do the rundown of the socials. So, you can find out what Juwan is up to by going to castingcrowns.com. We're almost done with this tour, but there will probably be another one behind it, if we're honest.
Point, yeah.
Fingers crossed.
But hopefully not in July of next year, because that's Vacay with Comics. And if you enjoy hanging out with us during a live show, imagine like 3 solid days eating and having bonfires and swimming and hiking and things like that.
Imagine. Try to picture it in your mind.
So you can come with us, and you can get more details about Vacay with Comics at johnbranian.com, which is also where you can join the Comedy Click. So if you want to support this show and learn more about Vacay with Comics, go to johnbranian.com. Also, you can visit JT at johnthomasoaks.com. He's got all kinds of things there. He's got some musicals. There's some videos of things he's done. There's like photos, and there's just all kinds of stuff.
Videos, recipes.
There is at least one recipe for tongue twister chili.
And what if we want to find Tim Jones?
You can find him on Instagram at JimXTones. And apparently there's a large collection of his art.
Yeah. Facebook, Timothy W. Jones on Facebook.
Oh, Timothy W. Jones on Facebook, which I don't have a fancy banner for, but you heard it here. So I haven't been looking at the comments. Do they have any ideas for how to read the credits? Oh, sing the names.
To the tune of Happy Birthday.
Like a couple getting cozy. Oh my gosh. So you should try. You can
This is gonna be a train wreck unless we have one person doing it.
Right. It's gonna have to just be one person singing.
Yeah, I don't think I
And
wouldn't do
rest
the
of us
song
will
one.
hum.
I kind of like Luke's about comfy cozy, but I would
Well, how are
prefer
we gonna
not.
do that?
You could
I
do a
would
duet.
Weird.
You could do a duet, back and forth
Yeah.
kind of thing.
I would
Yeah, that'd
prefer
be
not
fun.
to get banned on YouTube by any feminists reading into whatever it is that you say. So here come the credits.
Okay.
Do your best.
We don't know what we're.
Get comfy and cozy.
Oh, Ron Everett.
Thumb.
Oh, Ron,
Rachel Keith.
you're too much.
And Justin Orme, it's good to see you again.
It's Larry.
I didn't say you had to sing this one. You could have just said it.
I was in the bass line.
Bye, everyone.